Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to talk about an article which I read in Financial Times. Like I have told you, I read the Financial Times and a client of mine also brought it to my attention. What has happened in the United Kingdom is that there's a huge surge in pawnbroking business. In the West, there are several types of lenders. One are the official banks, which don't lend to people who have blemished credit lines. That is, these are people who have very low or affected credit scores. Normally, banks don't touch these people. These people are normally lent to by companies which have non standard finances, such as payday loans. These companies charged a usurious interest from their customers. For example, if you borrowed £100 from this company, you would have to return £140. There were several such companies which gave loans against your payments, against a guarantee of a friend, and so on. And there were several innovative practices. Most of these companies started after 2008 subprime crisis when the banks did not touch subprime customers because there was a lot of complaint of usury. So usurious interest rates ranging from nearly 40 to 50%. The FCA, the finance regulator in England, cracked down on them heavily and made it so heavily regulated. Most of these payday loans and guarantor loans and people who supplied short term loans to people with poor credit records vanished. These are normally people who are very small businessmen who do not have access to credit. So, once these kind of people vanished, then came the pawnbrokers. Pawnbroking is one of the first forms of the way banking started. If you have any asset, the pawnbroker would take that asset and give a percentage of the money of the secured asset as a loan. In fact, one of the biggest pawnbrokers, HT, in United Kingdom, talked about a particular client of theirs who had a Rolex watch which was worth about $60,000. He would get a loan of $10,000 against it and had 6 months to repay it. Whenever he had times of trouble, he would give the Rolex watch and then borrow $10,000. I am deliberately converting it from pounds to dollars. The interest would be at the rate of 2% a month, and when his cash flow improved, he would return the money and take back his watch. This watch has come and gone several times into this pawnbroking house. In other countries, pawnbroking normally works only against gold and silver. Only unorganized pawnbrokers take other assets and give loans. These loans are meant to meet a lot of unforeseen emergencies for small business and people who have put their children to school and who are not able to pay private school fees. These normally loans are for a very short period of time and can be returned, can be redeemed by paying the interest plus principal. The interest is collected every month and the principal can either be got by paying installments or being redeemed as a single investment. HT, one of the largest pawnbrokers, has now said the total assets under management for them have jumped from 48 million in July of last year to 84 million in July of this year. That is practically 100%. This means that lower middle class Britons are looking for ways to raise money against household assets. The one has to be extremely careful when use these kind of services, because if you do not pay the installment in the loan in 6 months, the automatically the asset transfers hands to the pawn shop, and the pawn shop sells the asset, and the surplus amount is returned to the person who pledged the asset. There is a National Pawnbrokers Association which has about 130 members. 97% of this business is controlled in England by three listed companies: H&T, which I talked about, as Ramsdens, as one banker is known, and Cash Converter, as the third broker. The price of HNT, which is the largest of these three companies, has risen by nearly 50% in a falling market. The price of Ramsden's has shot up 8.5% in the same period. This is because people are in distress and need small loans, and since unsecured loans are no more available, people are willing to pledge whatever they have to raise small amounts of money. This kind of raising money is very popular in countries like India and China, where formal banking is not accessible to many. But in a very surprising, in a country like England, which has got universal banking. And the reason for this surge is people are looking for unsecured credit and their credit score has been damaged because of the economic conditions due to COVID. This clearly shows two things, that the banks are not willing to step in to places where they don't usually lend and fill the gap opened up by the closure of high interest loans due to heavy regulation by FCA. The pawnbroking industry in the UK is also regulated by the FCA, and which is very strict. But most of the pawnbrokers are not organized as a chain, are normally a mom and pop shop where an informal deal is stuck between the client and the owner of the pawnbroker. Business is indeed booming, but this clearly indicates one, a lack of credit, and second, that rising prices have meant that English people, especially in the lower middle class, are finding it very difficult to meet costs. This is because wages have not gone up at the same pace at which costs have gone up. Therefore, you have higher cost of energy, higher cost of services, higher cost of food, and people to manage the gap are using these pawnbroking services for short-term loans. This is indicative of a country in severe distress. So far the pawnbrokers, especially the three who are the control 95% of the business, have now clearly said more than 95% of the people who pledge their valuables normally redeem them, and it is only 5% who allow the assets to go under. But England's FCA needs to look at a way that credit can go into the hands of people who really need them. And this is exactly the reason I have been in India in my sister channel. I've been asking people to accumulate 400 grams of gold, because in India there are a lot of gold loan shops, and even banks give gold loans without looking at credit scores. It is possible to raise money against gold immediately. This is preferable to keeping emergency money in a bank, because the actual cash in a bank depreciates in value, whereas over the long term, gold appreciates in value. Therefore, the emergency money you have kept away in gold keeps appreciating, and in times of need like today, you can pledge it for higher value. This is the reason why I have been urging you to buy gold. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. I am visiting the historic town of Trichy on the 27th of August. We are planning to hold a meeting in Trichy where I get to meet my subscribers and people who follow me on social media. This will be a live interaction with my friends, followers, and subscribers of my channel. It is very interesting. We have had several events in various small towns of Tamil Nadu. If you wish to participate in that event, a WhatsApp number is given below. You may contact us on that WhatsApp number, or you could drop an email to the address given below. My team will respond to you. I hope to see you in Trichy on the 27th of August at 6 p.m. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. Good evening. It was decided to do an event in Dubai on the 23rd of September. It was a Friday. By popular demand, we have shifted this event to 24th September, the Saturday, so that it would be convenient for you people to attend. So I'll be in Dubai on the 24th of September at 6 p.m. Hope to see you in Dubai. Those desirous of participating in the Dubai event can contact us at the WhatsApp number given below or mail to the email ID given below. We will see you in Dubai. Kindly drop us an email or send a message on the WhatsApp number. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.